Ladies and gentlemen, today we got a Madden 25 gameplay deep dive. Now, we've got a blog, which we're going to come back to this. We've got hit sticks. Now, you can hit stick them as you see. Hit stick is going to be timed. So, if we look at this, right, it says ideal timing. I think you also will see that there's potentially, it's called perfect timing. Cool. And then, obviously, it turns into an interception. He runs off. Now, they're kind of telling us that basically the hit sticking or the tackling is going to be based off of, like, what's the pursuit angle that you have? What's the timing that you have? Also, what are the stats of said players, right? So, like, weight to speed to strength to break tackle versus hit power. And so all those different combinations with how you time your hit stick or time your tackles, I should say, pursuit angles that you're taking, which I think we're about to see right here. He's going to have there's somewhere in here where he has a bad pursuit angle. So basically this is like the timing. And then here you see he has a terrible angle. So technically that's why he breaks those tackles. Kind of cool. Kind of cool. The running and the ball carrier system, it seems very, very similar to CFB or NCAA football, whatever you want to call it, right? Now, we've got some new pass blocking, which is basically what's in College Football 25. So if you played that at all, that's pretty much the same. This is where it's going to get crazy, though. They have new spec catches, spectacular catches, basically. Ton of new animations. So, but you can also now combo it. So let's say, like right here, you can go from a spectacular catch it one-handed, into a rack catch. You can also do a spectacular catch into a possession catch. You see how he grabbed it with one hand and then instantly went down to the ground. So you can do that. I don't know why he actually drops that there, but yeah. So the one-handed catches, they could be kind of crazy. Oh, yep, here's another. Oh, here's some more examples. So obviously he's doing a spectacular catch and then going into a possession catch. They could kind of be overpowered, I'm not gonna lie. They have this little hezzy step that they call it, which basically they're saying like you can like kind of do a hezzy step into a juke to build these combos, hezzy step into a spin or whatever. Now, a lot of players, they're going to have their own running styles, as they saw Pacheco right there. Basically, in the playbook, you're going to have new sort of plays. We have route stems. You have defensive switch stick, which we've seen. Potentially reverse off the kickoffs. Hey, that is what that is. But here's the thing I think is more interesting than all of that. So, we've got some new abilities. We have tireless runner. Stamina reduction has no impact on ball carrier's ability to rebalance on broken tackles. We have extra pop, which is increased chance to create a fumble with a perfect hit stick. That could be scary. We have Steamroller. As a ball carrier, significantly harder to be bumped off current path when running at full speed. Form Tackler. The ideal tackle timing window is easier to hit. Kind of seems like a secure tackler ability to me, honestly, a little bit like that. I do know when people are telling the beta that the hit tackle, like the timing base, they you know, it could be a little tough. They call it the setup state. I was calling it, you know, either a hezzy or a high step. It's called the setup state. So basically, you're going to press down on R2 or RT, and you're going to flick down on right stick. It enters the setup state, and then you can kind of just do the setup state, and then boom, juke off. Right? Hot route update. Basically, they're going to have the basic hot route tree like they do in NCAA, I think, including post and corner. So I think that's kind of what it's going to be. Hot route abilities will only now be needed to unlock exotic routes. I don't know what that means. I don't know what routes those are going to be. Is that like a Texas route? Anyways, we have KO abilities. These abilities are now far less likely to force knockouts late in a catch or after a catch has already been secured. So what this means to me, you kind of catch the ball over the field, you take 1-2 steps, still get hit by a KO, you drop it, you're probably not going to drop those. That's just what it sounds like, right? Secure Protector, this ability is no longer guaranteed to counteract competing pass rush abilities, so that's kind of cool. So it kind of seems like what they're going with abilities is they're like, hey, this isn't going to work 100% of the time now. We're more going into a little bit of chance, which is fine. Unstoppable Force, this ability now performs better versus play action. Inside stuff and no outsiders, these abilities will no longer function if the defensive team uses pass commit. I feel like that's honestly huge. Honestly, for me, I would pass commit a lot. Now I'm not going to be able, like, you still can, you're just not going to get inside stuff or no outsiders. Now, I don't know. Was I really running inside stuff that much? No, but a little cool. Set feed lead, pass lead elite, reduce pass velocity bonus. Again, we don't know what, like, how much is the pass velocity being reduced, but it is being reduced. Improve rally to the flats to make them react quicker to checkdowns. That's cool. I like that idea. You know, my flats are going to play like flats. That's awesome. New cover 3 match check versus non-bunch trips formations called skinny. Interesting. Okay, so hopefully that kind of helps crossing routes. Interesting. Tampa 2 has a new zone that does not match called the curl zone and is used on base. Interesting. Tampa 2 plays that don't include a blitz meant to avoid underneath defenders from matching getting cleared out as easily. Okay. Man coverage tuning to improve how defenders read wide receiver cut moves. First thing I want to know is, does that mean zig routes aren't going to be crazy this year? Because usually if someone's running man coverage, what do? You just run a zig, kind of burns them all the time. But anyways, we have RPO defense improvements. Defenders aligned over receivers, slot or flat defenders, will read their keys and prioritize the pass responsibilities over playing the run. W. Thank you. Hopefully it actually plays like it's saying it should play, but I like that. Perimeter defenders will be more aggressive in shedding blocks by receivers. Defensive read and react was tuned to increase box defenders' awareness in reaction to the handoff. W. Basically, from what they're saying, is RPO should not be as good as they used to be. Is that actually the truth? No idea. Haven't played the game yet, so we won't know until I play it. It seems cool. Now, of course, we've got the defensive switch stick, like we talked about. You got coverage shells, which is in NCAA. You got custom route stems, which is in NCAA. You've got the new kick meter options, which is in College Football 25, right? Updated crowd. Oh, and also now read option, hold to keep mechanics. So it's inverted from what it used to be, right? So now to keep the ball, you're going to want to actually hold X instead of hand it off. And then to hand off the ball, you just do nothing, which is more aligned with how RPOs, run pass options, have always worked. So you do nothing, you hand it off, you hold A, you keep the ball. Not gonna lie, right now, it kind of seems like they've listened to community a little bit. Yes, gamers, that you read that right. We are planning to add the ability to save custom audibles that will carry over from game to game in an early title update. W. That might be one of the biggest things I've heard, and I'm so glad about that. If that is specifically if that is in my ultimate team, I am happy that I can do that. Let's see. Lastly, the playbooks that have been known as live playbooks, the alternate versions of team playbooks that we've updated in the past, will now become the launch day version of each team's playbook for players that don't wish to take playbook updates and want the original versions. The things that they're doing, it looks cool. Oh, wait. Oh, a fourth catching option. So if you do L1 and LB, that allows you to attempt a one-handed catch. So not only can you do a spec catch, but L1 and LB allows you to attempt a one-handed catch. Lower rated player means they're going to drop it. That might get crazy and mutt, though. That might get really stupid. There might be an ability around that. It doesn't say that there's an ability around that, but I'm just saying there could be an ability around that, and that is actually kind of insane. That's kind of insane. But anyways, now that I've looked at the blog, I'm not going to lie. Now that we know more about these abilities, I kind of like that. I really like the idea of KO abilities, even though they're not 100%, and now it's just they're far less likely to force a knockouts if they get late to a catch. I think the RPO defense is beautiful here. I kind of like the pass coverage improvements. I like everything that they're talking about. We're just going to see if it's actually true. That's all that matters. All right. I like what they're saying. It seems like they've kind of actually heard the community a little bit, which seems kind of crazy. But the real question is this stuff going to actually work, or is it not going to work? Because if it doesn't work, it's just words. It's just words on a blog. Okay. So we'll see if it actually makes a difference. See if it actually works. Not mad about it though. Not mad about it. Anyways, I will be back later with some more Madden 24 content till Madden 25 comes out. I'll see you guys then. Peace.